Trip.
Man, I got two special guests in today, man. One of them, man, both of them is legendary to me. I love these guys, man. I got my man Jay Neely.
My guy.
I got my boy Nick Varcity. What's up, man?
The deal, man. What's up?
And we happy to be here, my
Definitely.
brother.
We happy to be here for sure.
So, fellas, man, starting with you, Jay Neely. Tell us about this party you got April the 15th.
So April the 15th, man, is going down. I got a special guest coming through. It's an actor by the name of Tyler Lepley. A lot of people know him from The Have and the Have-Nots. He was also starring in P-Valley. He has a role in that. And most recently, a show with Megan Good on HBO. So we got him coming in for Good Friday. It's going to be a great night. You know, I've been consistently just trying to bring in different artists and actors and different people that, you know, you wouldn't necessarily see in that Detroit market to come out and just do dope events, man.
How did you get in touch with the 29 experience in Novi?
So the 29 experience in Novi, last time I was here, you asked me, you know, what was next for me. And I told you ownership. At that time, I couldn't really speak on what the next move was coming up. But, you know, I started doing events at 29 Park years ago. I probably been doing events there about 10 years. So I always kept a real good relationship with, you know, the owner of the venue. And, you know, just over these years and growing as a promoter, I knew that I wanted to go into business with my own venue, but I thought that, you know, I would rather partner with someone that already had a system in place so I could learn the back end of the business a little better before, you know, I jumped out on my own. So it ended up working out.
So if you wasn't doing none of these parties or nothing or hosting, what would Jay Neely be doing?
Man, in all honesty, when I went to college, I was super focused on sports, man. That was my life. But I did know, you know, one thing about myself, and that was I'm a people person. So I knew that I wanted to do something involving business, but I didn't know exactly what it was going to be. But in all honesty, I would probably still be doing something similar, but maybe like a different form of marketing or advertising.
Okay. Now why you say advertising?
Advertising, you know, because it's all kind of under the same umbrella of just being able to sell something. You know what I'm saying? And for me, I chose entertainment and an experience. But at the end of the day, I've done a lot of different jobs and hustles, and it all boils down to back to being able to sell. So marketing, advertising, making something appealing, connecting the dots is always something that I was just good at a young age.
Now, Quiet Storm Tuesdays, I see you had Lucky Dave was there. Do you be surprised by the people who show up, like the celebrities? Because I know you probably don't be noticing. Do you be surprised when you see the celebrities that show up to the parties?
As of right now, I wouldn't say surprised, but, you know, more I would say blessed and just grateful that I stuck with the grind to the point where we built up a good rapport to know that, you know, whenever a big artist or celebrity comes in town, a lot of times they want to go out and have a good time too, as long as, you know, they're not tied into an after party or anything else going on. So when they come in town and their people ask around about what's the best events, you know, we're blessed that our name usually comes up a lot.
So, I got to ask you this question because last time we talked, Klikovic. I know that hasn't dropped yet, and I'm waiting on it. Trust me, I'm waiting on it.
Yeah.
Tell us, man. Give us a brief. Tell us about this Tokyo song.
Okay, so Tokyo, produced by Wilmore Allen, featuring Keith Anthony. We just put a record together. I think it was like last year. We always saw each other at Neely parties, me and Wilmore. So he like, man, we got to do something. So I'm like, all right, cool. So we all set it up, got in the studio, worked on it. Was thinking about a hook. Keith just so happened to be in there and was saying something. He kept repeating. I'm like, I don't know what that is. It sounds good. Then he said it out loud. We all like, hey, put that on the record. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much how we came. I've been sitting on that record for a minute. And I was just like, it's just time to let records go. I can't hold on to them no more, really.
Now that you own the 29 experience, what would you like to do next, Jay Neely? Like, would you like to expand it around the world, or what would you like to do next?
In all honesty, man, I'm super focused on just making this, you know, brand as big as possible where I'm at now. But future-wise, I'm more thinking of dabbling a little bit more into bigger shows and concerts, and then maybe expanding the brand and doing something, in another location. But again, I can't say too much when it comes to, moves within the nightlife industry because, they'll take it and run with it real quick. But trust me, you'll see a lot of 29 on other things per se.
How do you balance the time out between hosting and being a family man? I know being a family man is very important to you.
Man, that's a beautiful question, man, because right now in my life, I feel like I probably have the best balance that I've had in a long time. And it's crazy because I feel like I got to that notion in not stressing about it and just realizing that, at the end of the day, it's the effort that counts. I literally just posted something about it on social media the other day, but you're never going to make either side happy. It's always going to be ups and downs. Life is a roller coaster, the same with every other thing in your life. So for me, I just take time out to be intentional about spending certain time with my family and also keeping up the effort within my business.
Now, going off that, Nick, do you ever meditate when you get to yourself? Do you ever take time from doing the music? And I see you did a performance. Yeah. I think was it a month back? Yeah. I see. Do you ever take time to like meditate and just think about all the stuff you've been doing for the whole week and dealing with the music business? I know sometimes you feel like it's taking too long, or you know what I'm saying.
I used to, but now I'm more of a fan of just not even lifting my head up, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so much. I know I've come far, but it's just so much more to go that lifting my head up now won't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? So, the time I take, again, same as Neely, family time. Time with my lady, with my wife. I spend time with her. We get away. We do spa day. We do a lot of different things. So that's usually my time. It's selfish, but I take that time to take a break from everything.
So how often do you two guys see each other? Like, how often do y'all get together to do projects and come out? Because I know y'all sometimes because y'all got your own separate lives, but together it's like y'all like Batman and Robin. So there's two Batmans, you know what I'm saying? So how do y'all get together? How do y'all make time for that?
Man, it's crazy because a word that we both kind of like and we try to keep it authentic is organic, man. Everything is organic. So it's like, when things are going on, Nick is usually the first person that I'll call for motivation or just to see what's going on. I got a move coming up. We kind of like to bounce ideas off of each other. Yeah. We link up as much as we can, but we both understand that, we both be busy. He has some events on his own sometime. I have some on my own. But if I don't have an event on a day that he has an event, then I'm going to do my best to try to pull up on his. So just understanding, man, but we definitely keep a great consistency level of working together, communicating, and just supporting each other's solo ventures as well.
And I see it's when I hear y'all two guys' name come up, the people that know y'all, it's the same thing as neutral, it's respect. And that's the same type of respect I have for you two. I like talking to you two guys because you're mature and you're very serious about your career and you chasing your craft. And a lot of people don't know the definition of chasing the craft. Some people might say they chasing this for this, and I don't consider a person when they say they chasing for money, because money is, if you chasing for money, money's gonna be there. I mean, once you get the money, that's it. I really chase my craft, and that's why I like you guys, especially with this Clico Vision album and with this 29 experience. Like, I want to know what's the experience of being 29 all over again. So, you know what I'm saying? It's great, man, to see you guys elevating and you staying in your own lane. I don't never see nobody say nothing bad about you guys. You guys always busy. It's always something going on. That's why I have to ask you, Jay Neely, because I know you both are family men, but you have children.
Right.
So I want to know, how do you balance that going out? And then another question I would like to ask you. Seeing the stuff you see at the parties, I know, it's not wild, but it's not. I know you're a party person, so people probably look at you as a come up. You know what I'm saying? How do you handle that? Like, when people come, oh, Jay Neely, oh, such man, hooking you up with this, man, or women.
Right.
Oh, man, can I take you out knowing you married? How do you handle that situation?
Yeah. Okay. So with the first question, as far as, the family thing, I'm lucky and blessed enough that me and my wife have known each other for so long. She was there from the beginning. So she sees the grind. She saw me literally manifest and make some of these things happen. So it's kind of easier dealing with you know, what goes on in nightlife, me making time for my family and stuff like that. And when it comes to the come up thing, you know, I feel like I'm super seasoned at the game, and not just the game, but just I'm big on understanding people, and I understand it's a psychology to entertainment and the nightlife. I don't just look at it as a simple party. I really do my best to kind of break people down and understand. Like I can read whether a person is genuine about wanting to be my real life friend, and I can tell if they just want to get in the club for free. You know.
Do that irritate you though when people be?
The crazy part is it doesn't irritate me because I understand that there's a need for everything in this world. There's a need for a moocher. It's a need for a good person. It's a need for a hood rat. It's a need for a classy person. It's a need for everything in this world.
It was at this moment that he knew.
You know what I'm saying? It's up to you to know how to filter them all and put them in the right category. The problem is when you expect somebody to be genuine, you read it wrong, and then they're not genuine. But if you know, oh, he kind of shiesty, so I know when I rock with this guy, it's gonna be only about this. I'm gonna rock with him when I see him in the club. I'm never gonna let him into my real life world. I ain't got to link with you outside the club,
right?
Bro. Man, that's the problem. People don't know. People don't know how to put people in the right categories. Yeah. But I trust my gut. If I be like, when I met Nick, you know, I'm like, I could tell he a genuine dude. I can tell it's not no malicious intent behind trying to do this or trying to do that. And likewise, so you know, we gonna rock together.
It's crazy, man, because I really enjoy talking to you guys, man. That's why I had to have you guys back, man. Speaking of family, man, I know you've been with your wife since high school, correct? Or is it a little further back? Before that, It seemed like women that knows you, that you've been around, it seems like you can go deeper into conversation with them about a lot of stuff behind the scenes. Like, say, for instance, if my wife, I know I talk, you know, if I'm going through something, she knows it. And she be like, well, you know, don't look at it this way. Look at it that way.
Oh, yeah.
So I know at times, as an artist, she probably be like, man, they ain't feeling my music, which they are. She be like, nah, they feeling it. You just got to be patient.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Is it like that for you?
Yeah, so, and it's vice versa, because she a contemporary artist. So, you know, that's an even slower process than making music. You know, you got to feel that, then you got to see it, then you take this blank canvas and make it out of something. So we both motivate each other. I think when you in a relationship, as long as, you know, when you got a long-term relationship and it's a past before y'all, even who y'all are today, I think it come with a lot of motivation to even get to that point. You know what I'm saying? Where y'all can stand tall together. But it's always going to be them days where you might you're going to go through every emotion, but your partner going to be there with you the whole time, basically.
So what are you going through with this album, ClicoVision?
Right now, we just trying to make sure we trying to make sure everything is covered for the most part. And that's on me. You know what I'm saying? When I hear a body of work, I'm like, all right, it's something that's just not there. And sometimes it bothers me. Sometimes my team might have to pull me away from it. Like, no, bro, it's done. Let it go. Stop. Just, it's ready. But I'm kind of anal about my music, man, because shit, this is my life. You know what I'm saying? This is my passion. This is what I do. So it take time sometimes. But we about to start. That's why Tokyo dropped, because we about to start heating shit up like soon.
Do you think this album right here is going to take you like over? You think it's going to take you over the map?
I don't know if it's going to do that, but it's definitely going to separate me from whatever is here, whatever in this city. Because you ain't going to hear nothing like this. I guarantee that. You ain't going to hear nothing like this. Not at this level.
Okay. So Jay, I gotta ask you this question, man. I really gotta ask you this question.
Okay.
Tell us about this 90s and 80s female group party you had at the was it at the I think it was at the Quiet Storm Tuesday.
Yeah, man.
Break it down to us.
It was cool. So, man, Quiet Storm obviously is like one of my babies when it comes to events. We're in our 5th year, and it's a exclusively R&B event. We may turn up for about 15, 20 minutes with some hip-hop, then we go back to R&B. So we try to keep it fresh, man. Going this long with R&B only has been amazing. So every week we try to do a tribute of the week. So literally, I'll sit down and just start brainstorming or call some of the team members and try to figure out a good tribute that the ladies would like. I normally try to gear it towards the women. So I said, okay, a big thing about our event is crowd participation. So girls will come with their friends, they singing all night, and I'll do different giveaways and stuff for the ladies that's singing. I may do shots, I may do tickets to a concert. So with the 90s and 80s party, I just wanted to dedicate the tribute to all the female artists of the 80s and 90s in the early 2000s. So it turned out really good.
So during the parties, do you be busy running around everywhere? How you do you ever stay still, or you gotta be moving?
It's crazy because I'm trying to make things easier for myself by having a team around me. I do a lot of stuff solo, but I got a new personal security right now that helps me out if I need a runner to go do something or handle stuff. But at the end of the day in this business, you always going to be ripping and running around. It's always something that may come up. Somebody at the door, they got a booth, and it's always something. So, I mean, sometimes I get to relax, but, you definitely going to be running around a little bit.
So what about you? Because I know you be at parties too.
Yeah,
I know you be at the party too. And they play your record. That's crazy. Dr. Darius played one of your records, man.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, I ain't never heard this record, man. I'm gonna get at Nick when I see him, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I dare you, man. I'm like, dang, I've been waiting on ColecoVision for a long time. And he played. I'm like, wait a minute, I ain't never heard this.
So we tested the market. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
right now we testing the market. We got Honey Pack produced by iRock Says. We was just testing it. And Dr. Darius fell in love with it immediately. Shout out to Darius, man. Legend. Shout out to Neely for even lending me his space. You know what I'm saying? 29. Shout out to DJ Bangers as well for playing it.
Hey, man, why you can't treat me how you treat Dr. Darius, man? Hey, man. I've been waiting on the record for the longest,
I got you. I'm going to send it to you. Matter of fact, I'm going to send it to you.
But you know what? I appreciate the Tokyo song, man. I really appreciate
Thank
that.
you.
And it's crazy because I got the chance to see you two in Relentless. That was crazy. Who was the other guy with the braids? I thought that was your brother or something.
Oh, that was Knox, though. That's Knoxville. You talking about?
Knox.
Shout out to Knoxville. Legendary
producer
from the Olympics, man. Multi-platinum certified.
Yeah, but I must say though, like this guy Nick Varcity, man, is one of the most versatile artists that I've ever seen up close myself. And I just gotta say this, man, because the music business is tough in itself, but especially in our Detroit market, it's a lot of the same stuff over and over again, man. And I'm not knocking it, but it's a lot of I'm sipping lean, I'm shooting, I'm scamming. It's not a lot of genuine, real hip hop out here. And, it's a breath of fresh air. So for me, it's like I'm just excited to see how the project is taken. I'm not necessarily hoping Detroit embraces it a certain way. I'm really just enjoying the process and watching this man work. But like I said, I've been seeing him step out of his comfort zone a little bit. And every record, no matter what type of production it is, this guy is killing everything. Like this record to be good for the radio. This record is good for the bars, the women like that. Literally every track we getting back is crazy. So the hardest part, I would say, about the whole ColecoVision process is just choosing the songs, man, because it's a crazy amount of songs out there that's like all of them hitting. So it's like just got to be selective and get it done and get it out there.
Now, while you guys having like ladies in your life, have you let her listen to your album yet for approval? And see, like, damn, this is nice.
I let her hear records for sure. Like usually before they come out. Some she like better than others, but she know me. She know I'ma do what I do regardless, because this is what I've been doing. You know what I'm saying? But her opinion matter for sure. You know what I'm saying? And how she feel about things matter. And one thing, even touching on what Neely was saying, even in the music scene, you're not gonna be able to please everybody, because at the end of the day, you speaking from your perspective, no matter what the subject is. So she know that, I know that, so we pretty good, yeah.
So how did you feel mentally before you hit the stage and perform? Because I remember you told me you was like an introvert at one moment.
I mean, yeah, when it comes to socializing, for sure. I'm getting better at that, though. So I'm not even going to title myself with that no more, because I'm coming out of that shell. You know what I'm saying? But before the show, I'm usually just locked in. You know what I'm saying? I might put my head in like a boxer. Like I might face the corner and just rap to myself. You know what I'm saying? And like got a few things I might tell myself. You know what I'm saying before going on. Yeah.
The day before the party, if you got a party coming up, it's not even the day of the party, before entering the party, what is Jay Neely thinking about before you head into the party?
Before I head into the party, organization, man, and safety. Those are my main things. Organization, safety. Money gonna come. I'm never worried about the money. It's more about the experience for people, and safety is number one in any event that we do. We want to make sure people are safe, and then just being organized. All right, let's make sure that, because we get a lot of booth reservations, guest lists. So literally, it's like, I wouldn't say scrambling, but it's like making sure the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted as far as the guest list, the booth list, and putting people in the right spot.
So I like I said, man, it's easy to recognize the wrong people, but it's hard to find the right ones. And when it comes to you two are rare because there's a lot of dirtiness going on. And I see it's a guy that really digs you, man, DJ Envy. And that time you fell outside, he go comment with the laugh emoji. But see, that's love right there. When you fell out. So how did y'all get the relationship with you two guys?
Okay, so the relationship came with DJ Envy, and another word is organic, man. Like I had heard that he was in town one time, and at this point, I was doing okay, but I wasn't doing great financially. I was doing all right, and at the time I heard he was in town, and I'm like, all right, what do we got to do to get him booked? I had a friend who kind of had the connection to him, and I'm like, let's do it. How much is it? So we did the first booking. And he came, he DJ'd, and this was at the time when Quiet Storm first started. But we had outgrew Exodus Lounge, so we went to Annex because we needed a bigger space. It just had got outrageous. And he came, he DJ'd, and just out of love, he talked about it on the Breakfast Club the next morning. He had tweeted about it and said Detroit was crazy. Then he talked about it like in a real exciting kind of way. Like I DJ'd my first R&B only party in Detroit, and it was crazy. And then him and Charlamagne had a little talk about it. And this was like in the beginning of the broadcast. So from that moment on, it's like, okay, let's develop some kind of consistency. And I ended up doing a residency with him where I flew him in once a month to DJ the R&B party. And it's crazy because I didn't even have his phone number or contact for the first few months. You know what I'm saying? Every time I work with a celebrity or do something with people, I don't want to come at them like I'm expecting something. You know what I'm saying? I really want to establish a real business working relationship and letting you know that
you want to work for you.
Yeah, I'm not asking for a handout, anything. I want to let you know that I'm coming. What's your price? I'll pay your price. I'm not trying to do too much. I'm not filming and trying to do stuff for social media. I'm really doing this for a bigger purpose. And, doing this is the next step in that process. So the relationship just grew from there.
And see, that's why you get so much respect. And I can see you down the line getting the key to the city. That's why I can see that happening. I can see that going on. But I got to ask you, Nick, what's the difference between amazing music and what's the difference between great music?
I think amazing music is you can't. It's not premeditated. Mm-hmm. Great music can be premeditated, but amazing music, it's so many variables. You gotta probably have the right people around you at the time of recording, the right subject, the right beat. Sometimes the formula just gotta come together. Everything gotta be right, and that's when it becomes timeless. But like great music, you can think, you can wake up and be like, I feel like I'm gonna make a great, depending on who you are, you can wake up and be like, I want to make a great song. You know what I'm saying? But the timeless, the ones that last forever, that's that's the magical moments. You know what I'm saying?
Now dealing with ColecoVision, are you two gonna do like a tour, at least a 5 city, 6 city tour for this album?
I mean, that would be great. That would be great. We got some things we working on though.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
You ain't gonna tell it right now.
Me and Neely kind of the same personality wise. We realized that early on. So it's a lot of things that's probably going on that like as far as the business that we can't really speak on because
Right.
100%. And just, we've been doing a good job of staying present as much as possible. Planning is important for sure when it comes to business, but not getting too far ahead of where we're at right in this moment. In our minds, we're gonna do a 50 city tour. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go crazy. But as of right now, we focused on finishing the project and making it the best possible first. And then, we got other things lined up from there. But yeah, just stand as present as possible in the moment and finishing it is the number one priority right now.
How does the word humble mean to you guys? Like a lot of people y'all might see like a young Jay Neely and a young Nick Varcity came to y'all at different times. How would you explain the word of being humble to them guys?
Damn, that's a good question. I'll probably tell them don't lean too hard on that word. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you can be too humble, and that'll allow you to shy away from the light. You know what I'm saying?
What would you say, Neely?
I agree with that part as well. But in my mind, when it comes to the word humble, I would more direct, especially like talking to the young me, it would be because I felt like I've always been a humble type of guy. So I would just say, don't let this world jade you. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people I feel like that I see that aren't humble used to be humble, but then they let other factors mess them up. Somebody didn't believe in them. You didn't think I could do it. So then once you get on, you lose that humble sense. And instead of focusing on the people that did support you, you more trying to prove the people that didn't wrong. So when I think of humble, I think of, all right, all the people that's been rocking with me, that's been supporting me, I'm going to show you so much love. I'm going to celebrate with y'all. So that's my sense of humble.
Last question for you, Nick. And this is a great question. How is it important to stay loyal to your craft?
How important is it? I mean, it's everything for the most part. I mean, and I think outside of the craft, it's what's your message, like what message you trying to deliver. You need to stay loyal to that. And I think you'll just grow within your craft. You know what I'm saying? If you love it, you seriously got a passion for it. It's the most important thing ever. You know what I'm saying? But just make sure your message, whatever message I don't care what kind of beat I'm on, you going to hear me. And you going to be able to identify who I am. It could be trap. It can be neo soul. It could be whatever. You know what I'm saying? So just make sure your message is clear. You know what I'm saying?
So the people that's watching this Press for Conversation radio show, the people out there, where can they find Jay Neely?
Man, they can find me, and again, it feels good to say, hosted by jneely.com. You got all my info right there on my website. Again, it's hosted by Jay Neely. If you don't know how to spell Jay Neely, I'm sure he got it on the screen, but it's JNEELY. Hosted by jneely.com. My Instagram, my Twitter, all my info is right there.
All right. For the people that want to find Nick Varcity and get a hold to Nick's music and his Clique when Clico Vision dropping, where can we find you at?
Right now, Instagram, Twitter, same thing. Nick Varcity, one word, NICKVARCITY. You know what I'm saying? Because I do it for the city. I'm everywhere. I'm on Apple Music, Spotify, Deezer, Tidal, you name it. You can just type my name in and stuff should pop up for sure.
All right, y'all. There y'all have it, man. This is the Press for Conversation podcast, the real radio show. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. Make sure y'all check these guys out, man. Make sure y'all make that party at the 29 Experience, man, April 15th. You won't miss it. And make sure y'all be checking out for Nick Varcity's new album, The Clico Vision, because I'm waiting on it, and I know you've been waiting on it. This is the Press for Conversation podcast, y'all. Peace.